So if you've been diagnosed with a vestibular hypofunction, this exercise video is for you. Just a reminder, a hypofunction means that we have an inner ear weakness of one or both nerves of our inner ear. Now, that could be from a myriad of reasons, but if you were diagnosed with a vestibular hypofunction, whether that's through a doctor, a vestibular therapist, or a VNG, which is a test that tests the strength of your vestibular nerve, and they said you have a weakness, then this exercise video is going to discuss intermediate or next level exercises after our beginner. Now, if you have not started with the beginner level exercises, I'm going to link that right here in beginning gaze stability exercises. Make sure that you watch that first. Okay, now for this portion, you are going to need a safe space for you to do your exercises. You're going to need an object that you can hold with a nice clear font on it. Wear your glasses if you need to see clearly. If they are impairing your vision at all when you do these exercises, take them off and see what you can do. You'll need your gaze stability letter chart. For intermediate, you're going to need an unsteady surface, which is going to challenge your vestibular system a little bit more. So let's get on that foam pad and do our exercises one by one so you can see how to progress those, and then we'll get into the balance exercises. So with VOR Near, I have my stick here with my letter. This is a little bit easier, my feet apart. I am going to challenge myself with feet together if I can. I have a chair here for my steadiness. So I have my little target here. I'm going to start shaking my head no as quickly as I can with keeping my image clear or just on the edge of blurring for 1 minute. So back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. And once the timer shuts off, I will pause. I'll wait for any dizziness to go away and maybe even rest up against the wall. So after your dizziness has subsided, you're going to do VOR Near with up and down. So I have my target. I'm going up, down, up, down, up, down. It's like a little bobblehead motion going up, down, up, down, up, down. Again, my goal is to keep that image clear or just on the edge of blurring. If I get too dizzy, I'm going to stop. And maybe I can't get to 60 seconds, and that's completely fine. Just do what you can. So the next exercise we're going to do is VOR Far. So you're going to pick a target across the room. It should be small, maybe like a light switch, a doorknob, a small part of a picture. And again, if you need to, for safety, open up your feet. Otherwise, close those feet. Try to hold your balance and get that head moving back forth. So no, 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 no. Shaking your head as quickly as you can, keeping your image clear or just on the edge of blurring, 60 seconds if able. And then wait for the dizziness to go away. Just kind of recenter yourself, and then you'll look at your target and you'll repeat that up, down, up, down, up, down. So with that intention of 60 seconds, if you can tolerate it. Again, if not, completely fine. It might take you a few days or weeks to work up to doing that full 60 seconds. It's all a progression based on your journey. Another note that I want to make is these exercises do not have to be continuous. You can do these and chop them up into little bits per day as long as you're getting a total of 20 minutes a day. It is completely customizable and fine. This is going to be more challenging, so you're probably going to experience more dizziness, and it's okay to take those breaks. I just want you to be able to complete the program where it feels safe and comfortable for you. So continuing with our exercise, assuming our dizziness has gone back down to baseline, VOR times 2. Now this one is really hard just to coordinate. So you're gonna move your stick, your pen, opposite of your head motion. My eyes are always staying on my target though. So I'm gonna move my head to the right 45 and my hand goes to the left 45, but my eyes are always staying here. So as I get that coordination down, I'm going to try to increase my speed. My eyes are always on that target, and it's going opposite, 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 opposite. Okay, so see what you can do. If you have to slow it down, that is perfectly fine. Okay, now you can repeat that up and down as well. So up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, again, open those feet, Or even if it's too much, go to the floor. The floor is going to give you more somatosensory input. So you're gonna feel more grounded. The foam pad is going to make your vestibular system more challenged and work harder. So if any of these exercises are too challenging, you can get to the floor instead of the foam pad and just work your way up to that eventually. So back on the foam pad, we did our VOR times 2 times a minute. We did that up and down. We did that left and right. So we are now going to do gaze stability reading. So we need our little eye chart here. If you can see that, it has my font on there that I can see clearly. I'm gonna go on the foam pad, challenge my inner ear a little bit more with feet together, and I'll just get my head moving, whatever pace I can handle, and read one letter at a time. So A, K, O, P, T, H, Q. Just read that page one time through, then you're done with the exercise. I only do this one left and right because I believe up and down is just way too challenging. It feels weird. So I only do this one left and right. Okay, so the next exercise I want to show you up close, and then you can go to the foam pad if you need more of a challenge. So this one is to target. So remember, the inner ear only works if you move your eyes and head together. So we are going to take 2 targets. I have them in my hand, but really it could be 2 targets in the house that you can look at, and you can do different directions. So we are going to do 10 of each of these where I have my target, and I'm going to look to my first target and then move my head to the first target. Move my eyes, then my head. Eyes, head, eyes, head. So if I do 10 of those, I'm gonna change to a different pattern, so up and down. So eyes up, eyes down, head down. Eyes, head, head. And I can also change my speed to kind of throw off my ear a little bit so it's not so predictable. You can even do diagonals. So eyes, head, eyes, head, eyes, head, eyes, head. And then switch. Next exercise is imaginary VOR. Again, I want to show that up close, and then we'll go to the foam pad and see what that looks like. It is kind of challenging because it does involve eyes closed. So we may have to do this just standing on the floor, and then once you feel safe, advance to the foam. But up close, this is what it looks like. So I have a target. I'm going to close my eyes, turn my head, eyes open onto my target. Close, turn, open. So I'm thinking about where I want my eyes to be when I open. So I'm closing, turning, open onto my target. Close, turn, open. So if you notice that your eyes are here when you open, you did not do the exercise right. So you always should have your eyes on target when you open. So on the foam pad, this is what it looks like. Remember, feet apart is going to be a little easier. I'm going to start there. I have my chair for safety. So my target is straight ahead, close, turn, open, eyes are on my target. Close, turn, open, close, turn, open. Now, I want more of a challenge. This will definitely make me sway more, so be careful. So close, turn, open, close, turn, open, close, turn, open. So that is your whole intermediate gaze stability program. Next, we are going to do some floor and foam balance challenges to add to this intermediate program. So first, we're going to do feet together on the floor. We'll do eyes open. This is a little harder with your hands here, a little easier with them out. So we'll do eyes open for 30 seconds. As long as you are fine, which you should be, close them and make sure that you feel fine here. Now, an advancement with eyes closed. If you're safe, you're going to turn your head to the left, hold it there for a moment, try to ground yourself, and then turn your head to the right and ground yourself. I want you to do this at least 3 times, left and right, and then we'll switch to eyes up, head up, and head down. But my eyes are closed if I can. Now, if you can take that to the foam pad, that is the next challenge. So let's see what that looks like on the foam pad. We've got eyes open. I feel fine, so I'm gonna close my eyes. A little wobbly, see if I can get my balance. And if I feel good, now I'm gonna start with my head turns, hold my balance. And then I'll try up and down. At any time, if you feel unsafe, have a chair close to you. You can have your hand just hovering while you close your eye. Maybe it's a light touch on the wall. Everything is modifiable. So have maybe a finger on the chair as you close your eyes and try to do this exercise. If you can progress, but take little tips to make you safe and allow you to do the exercise, do it. Okay, next we are going to go to just a single leg stand. Have my hand by the chair. I've got my single leg. I'm trying to lift everything up, and your goal is to hold this 30 seconds with eyes open. If you can progress to eyes closed, go ahead and do that. I'm going to have to use the chair occasionally. This is actually really challenging for someone with even normal vestibular function, so don't feel frustrated. If you're wobbling a lot, just put your foot down, put your hand down, and see what you can do. Okay, again, 30 seconds, and then you're going to switch legs. Next exercise is going to be heel to toe. So standing heel to toe. If you need to modify and make it a little bit wider, that is completely fine, or space those feet apart. Again, whatever your body can handle, but your goal, heel to toe, 30 seconds with eyes open, tapping the chair as necessary. And then you're going to switch to eyes closed if you can. Use those arms, tap if you need to. Remember, just keep safe. Okay, foam pad. Last 3 exercises that I do with my clients in this stage. Got our foam pad on the floor. Keep your feet apart. These are very functional. So we do this throughout the day, but to use that foam pad, it's going to challenge that inner ear a little bit more. So we're gonna do bend down, reach ups. We'll do eyes open for 3 reps. If you can, try eyes closed. Again, it's very hard. So if you can only do eyes open safely, stick with that. So eyes open, I reach down. My head is always following my hands, and I'm holding my balance each time. So head down, head up, head down, head up. So I feel safe here, so I'm going to try eyes closed for my last 3. So close, and my head is still moving. And I'm just listening to my feet and seeing if I have to make any adjustments or touch the chair. Good, so that's the bend down, reach ups. Now we're going to do diagonals on the foam pad. So go from one corner to the next. And I like these motions because they stimulate the vestibular system, the anterior canals, the posterior canals, and then they do different pairs. They do the left and the right. So that's another reason that I always incorporate these into my vestibular rehab program. So I'm doing this pattern with eyes open, and then I feel safe. So I'm gonna do an additional 3 with my eyes closed. And then you'll repeat the opposite direction. And again, that head is always following the hands. So go ahead and repeat the opposite direction. We'll kick this out of the way. Last exercise for the intermediate program is a 180 turn. So stand close to the wall. I want you to turn your head to the right and then turn your body. Turn your head to the left, then turn your body. We're gonna do 5 that way. I want you to pick a speed that is comfortable for you, eventually working into a speed that is functional for you. So if you are a busy young mom with a little kid and you have a toddler that's gonna run around, I need you to be able to work up to a quicker speed. If you are just kind of strolling and you need to go shopping, you can do a slower speed. Just pick something that's functional for you eventually. So we'll do 5 this way. If you can also do eyes closed. and really grounding as you do these exercises. Then we'll repeat 5 to the left. So I look to my left shoulder, turn to my left. Look right, turn right. So I'm coming back the way I came. Left, back the way I came. So there you have it. There is your intermediate exercise program. And then eventually we'll be working up to an advanced program. So after you no longer have dizziness, you can complete all these exercises on the foam pad with that 60 seconds, with that speed as quick as you can go without that image blurring, and you no longer have symptoms. Then we can advance to the next stage, which is walking and outdoors. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have. And until I see you next week, stay healthy, stay steady, and stay strong.